So this morning I'll just be talking. In the evening, I'll be talking about how to start up a business. And tomorrow morning, or maybe another time, I'll be talking about CPA marketing. And then during my practical section, I will show you how you can make $100 to $200 from CPA marketing. So this morning, I will just be talking and I'll be sharing some things with you. Now, the very truth is that everything you hear the speakers say are things that you have heard before, right? Now, just that many of them will be sharing their hidden secrets with you. And these secrets are very, very important. And I want you to understand that we can talk from Monday to Sunday, talking about business. And when a person refuses to take action, you will just be in one place. It's action that actually shows that this result, that you are worth it. So you are supposed to take actions. So you don't just hear, you implement those things. The time I was starting, I was going from seminars to seminars. I was trying to understand a lot of things because my financial life was not working. So I have this hunger inside of me to actually know what's happening. So there was no seminar in Enugu as of 2014 to 2016, 17 that I did not attend. It was back to back, whether TEDx, whether it's Uchemba seminar, anybody, Forest, affiliate marketing, I was just going from class to class. And I noticed that after going for these seminars, my financial life was still one place, from 10,000 to 20,000. I was just regulating. And then I now came to understand that it's actions that really matter. So I began to actually implement my action one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. So one of the things I will be sharing this morning is things to overcome for you to achieve your financial goals. Things you have to overcome for you to achieve your financial goals. Are we following? Now I want you to know that it's God's desire for you to be comfortable. It's God's desire for you to be wealthy. Your financial life is supposed to be on an increase. As a believer, you have a plus, even in business, because you have the Holy Spirit inside of you, and then you have first-hand information. So coupled with the principles and then other things, it's very, very easy for you to actually do a lot of things. So one of the reasons why I want to talk about things to overcome before you achieve your financial life is that wealth is not about figures. Wealth is about knowledge. You heard Pastor Kingsley yesterday, and then he was saying that he made some money around 2017, 2016. Now, it's very possible that everybody in Owerri, they can give everybody in Owerri 10 million naira today. And then by next month, we will come back and we'll check statistics of people that have that 10 million now, or even if it's 2 million now. You see that 20% are people that are still having that money. So that is why when you go to the street, when you give a beggar 100,000 naira to take the person out of the street, you can still come back next week and still see that beggar in that street. Because wealth is in the mind. So the first thing you have to start changing is what? Your mindset. Your financial intelligence, everything have to be increasing. Because you can get 1 million naira now, and then you begin to see some irrelevant things, and before you know it, you are back to square one, and you're asking yourself, what happened? What happened? Your village people. Sometimes it's not your village people. Sometimes it's you that is doing yourself. Sometimes it's you that is not being careful about all these things. So number one thing you have to overcome to achieve your financial goals is laziness. Laziness. Laziness is one of the reasons why some people are still in one particular place. Now we have motivational quotes up and down that make laziness look very soft. All these motivational quotes, I just see one, they'll just make laziness that your own is working and my own is working. Does not mean that I'm not trying. You want to tell me, even in trading, there's what they call copy trade. If you copy a result of a man and implement it that same way, it will work. It's not true. It will work. When you copy a result, copy it like this and implement it, it will work. So a lot of people are lazy. They don't really want to start up anything. They don't want to do anything. They have many excuses. Many excuses. Your financial life will not increase if you are lazy. It will never increase if you are lazy. I see people from Monday to Sunday, they don't have any goal at all. They have not set any goal for this month of February. They don't even have any goal for the month of March. They don't even have any goal for this year. They don't even know, okay, before this year ends, this is the amount of money I'm supposed to make. Laziness. Whenever I want to work with people, one of the most important crucial thing I check is laziness. So I don't just start and tell the person, work on, let me show you how the thing. I will give the person a course because that was how my boss trained me. I'll give you 2 courses. I want to know how you are able to actually follow this course. You see some people will just be flipping the course. It's very funny how someone can spend 5 years in the university studying a course that at the end is 50-50. But you cannot spend 1 year and put your mind into that one particular thing because of laziness. So we have a lot of people today, young people that are just lazy. That is why many of them are getting scammed every day. Many of them are beginning to now do Yahoo Plus. Many of them are going into Yahoo, all this thing, because Yahoo is overnight now. Sometimes you can even go there and it will not work for you. That's why some of them will now begin to go to Benin and some far places for them to now spiritualize the whole thing. So number 1 is laziness. Are we following? Now the second one is there are 2 emotions you need to overcome. There are 2 emotions you need to overcome for you to achieve your financial goals. Number 1 of this emotion is greed. Greed. 5K to get 5 million. 1K to get 100K. That thing, like the way they scam people, somebody will tell me, sir, they just scam me. I say, what happened? Because I know it's greed. The only thing that will make someone get scammed is greed. There's nothing you will tell me. Nobody spiritualize you. No native doctor talk to you. It's greed. It's greed. How can someone tell you 1 million? How can someone tell you 1,000 naira to get 100,000 within 24 hours? Let the person go and sell his family land and buy it. I'm teaching you things that will help you to what? Overcome, to actually achieve your financial goals. Are we following? Greed. In forest, he was talking about forest. If you are someone that is very greedy, you will not do forest. Because if you don't understand risk management and you go into forest, you just be trading like a fool. Everything you say is going up, you just trade. A lot of people are very, very greedy. They don't check, they don't analyze the risk pattern of this business. They just boom. Because greed makes you to want more, right? So you don't check, it does not give you time to actually check this and this might happen. So greed just gives you that ability to just want more. So greed. That's why some people are still in the place they are up to now. Their financial life is dead because of greed. So the person made 100,000 naira by January, made 100,000 naira by February. That's 300K, right? Before December, you meet the person, what happened? I have friends like that. Whenever I ask them what happened, they will tell me, nah, there's one business I did. It's greed. Are you following? So you have to what? Overcome that emotion called greed. There are some certain things that you need to actually analyze before you invest into. If not, you will just be spending many money. Are you following me? The second emotion you need to take note of is fear. Fear. Are we following? Yeah, please help me with that water. It's fear. I don't really talk long. Okay, many people are afraid today. Fear is one of the things that is stopping people. So whenever I ask someone, why are you not doing a business? Thank you, sir. Whenever I ask someone, why are you not doing a business? The person will tell me, sir. The person will give excuses. Many excuses. Me, I know that is fear. I know that is fear. They will tell you, sir, if I start this business, what if the business does not work? What if the business works? It's because we focus more on the negative. And then we forget about the positive things that might happen if this business begins to flourish. What if the business works? Fear. Some people, after we teach all this thing now, there are some people that will not even pick anyone and do because of fear. Fear. You will never know the gold that is in a business till you cross fear. I tell you the truth. So we have a lot of entrepreneurs, young people today that are afraid to start. So they are beginning to get scared. They are beginning to check. See, opportunity in this current generation now is no longer opportunity. It's fear. It's risk. Are you following me? Opportunity now is actually being represented as risk, no longer as opportunity. So it does not come like the way it would come normally again. It is now risk. So you just need to start. You just need to just start. So greed and fear can actually make you not to achieve your financial goals at all. Greed and fear. You don't need to be afraid. You having the Holy Spirit inside of you is a plus. Are you following me? Having the Holy Spirit inside of you is a plus. And then having a very good mentor that understands how the business works is another plus for you. And then having a pastor that prays for you every single time for that your business is all you need. Are you following me? It's all you need. Are we following? Then the third one is negative mindset. Negative mindset. Third one is negative mindset. I'm talking about things you need to overcome to achieve your financial goals. Negative mindset. All right. Under negative mindset, we have the first one, entitlement mindset. You know, the time I was starting as an entrepreneur, whenever I tell people that I actually paid my jam form, I bought my jam form, I paid my acceptance fee, I paid my school fees till I graduated from 100 level to 400 level. Every single thing I eat in a day is me. So there are some days that if I come out like this, I'm just praying that someone will just give me money. So there was a time I called one of my uncle. I had a business idea, so I called him. I said, "Sir, please, if you can just borrow me 50K. He said, "Okay, you give me 50K. Do you see? Then I now feel entitled. I was now hoping on that 50K. There are some people, because of this entitlement mindset, that is why you have not started a business. So someone promised you 100K. You feel entitled. So there's actually something that you are waiting. Because someone promised you 100K in January, you have refused not to start that business. Are you following? So you are patiently waiting. Entitlement mindset have stopped a lot of people from achieving their financial goals. I've stopped a lot of people because they are feeling that this person is supposed to give me at this particular time. Okay, this person promised me this person promised me that. I want you to understand that there are some certain things that you need to start on your own. You know, that time when I now waited for him, it was not coming. I was like, if I continue like this, I will wait for a very long time and I will not start that business. And then I now said, okay, it's like I need to take my life serious. Then I now went to when God gave Noah a project to build an ark. Hope you know that was a business idea. You don't know? It's a business idea. You understand? There are most times that when you are praying like this, what God gives you is an idea. You think God will say, go to Fidelity Bank, give them your ATM, money will come out. It's business idea. One of the reasons why I give you a business idea is so that you have what they call a generational wealth. Not just something that will just come and stop. Something that will take a very longer time. So I said, okay, how did Noah start? I checked the story of Noah and then I came to realize that there's actually something you need to start. Because Noah started building his ark with his family members, right? These were people that came together and then they started working on that ark. So there are most times that business you need to start. You might not really need that 1 million naira or that 100,000. There are actually small scale you can start, and from there it can start growing. So entitlement mindset has stopped a lot of people from achieving their financial goals. So they are waiting for someone that promised them money. They are feeling so entitled. And once you begin to feel so entitled, you will never be a millionaire. You will never, ever be a millionaire. You have to understand that your financial life is 100% you. 100% you. You have to be the one to actually begin to implement those actions, implement those things you have heard over time. So you don't just wait for someone to actually say, okay, I'm going to send me your account. Okay, no. Then the second mindset you need to overcome is consumer mindset. If you are only a consumer, and what I mean by a consumer is the only thing you know how to do is to actually be spending, be eating. Are you following me? You are just buying things. You are buying things. You have to understand that if you spend 1,000 naira every day, I'm teaching you how to achieve your financial goals. If you spend 1,000 naira every day, there should be a system that gives you back that money. There should be a system that gives you back money. There was something that the CEO of Chimac said when he came to UNN for a program. He said, if I give every single person here 1 million naira now, that the money is going to come back to me in 2 months' time. And then the whole hall was quiet. Now, it's very, very true. Why? It's because he's a producer. Are you following me? As of that time, he had a restaurant, he has a boutique, he has a logistic company, he has a lot of things. So in a way, you that is a consumer will go and patronize him there. Are you following me? So in a way, the money begins to flow back to him. The money begins to come back to him. But if you are just a consumer and you have a consumer mindset just to spend, and there's nothing that produces this money back to you, you will never achieve your financial goals. So that is why sometimes I wonder how people spend 100K on monthly basis and what comes into their hand is 10K. I ask them, which charm are people using? Because it does not work for me. It does not work for me because as the 15K is coming, I've known how I've planned it. I've known how I've planned it. Are you following me? So consumer mindset is very, 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 very deadly. It's going to stop you it's one of those things that's going to stop you from achieving your financial goals. Then the third one is a materialistic mindset. Materialistic mindset. That's you being too materialistic. There are people that buy things that they don't need just to impress people that don't care. I don't know why people do it. You know, there was a time someone tell me, Max, buy Lexus. That time I wanted to buy my Corolla. Someone said, buy Lexus 350. Buy this one. You know, I want you to understand that I told the guy that what I'm doing is business and I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not a fraudster. You understand? Yahoo boys, they buy this Lexus. You can actually see their lifestyle. They wear dread. Are you following me? They wear data jeans and usually iPhone 13, right? And then they don't buy properties. Are you following me? And then they just go and rent one apartment of 3 million naira yearly, and then they now furnish it. You don't behave like a Yahoo boy. You have to understand that your own money flows from your sweat. So these guys actually scam people and then the money comes free. Yours doesn't come like that. Are you following me? If there's one thing I know that I cannot do is to scam people. At the time I went into Yahoo, I think around 2015, 2014, it did not work for me. It did not. I was a web developer. I was helping them to even build some Bitcoin site, some investment site that many of them used to collect 6 million. I see the money pass. It did not work for me. I said, what's happening? I will try my own. It was not working. I said, like I need to change direction. It was from there, bam. I now rush back to business. Are you following me? So people are buying things they don't need. Your monthly salary is 50,000 naira. And before that 50,000 naira come, you already have a debt of 100K. How will you achieve your financial goals? You are eating pizza Monday, Tuesday. I do not say you should enjoy. But I want you to understand that life is about process. I understood this thing from my boss. See, the very truth is that it's we in Nigeria that are stressing ourselves. If you see people that have money, millionaires, if you come to Lagos, you see landlords that have properties, but they are very simple. Very, very simple. You see CEO of Facebook, CEO of Google, CEO of Paystack. You see these guys that have built brands over very simple. You will not even know. They are very simple. The way they just talk, they say, okay, I will see what I will do. Okay, the time I met Patricia, what I was expecting was a convoy because I went for his boutique opening. The boutique opening in Lagos. That was around 2021, 20. I now met Patricia. I would expect Patricia is very massive. He had many investors. I've heard so much about him. So I was actually anticipating to meet him. So when I now met him, this guy was very simple. I did not even know he was Patricia. I was thinking it's another guy that I was seeing that was doing something. I did not know that guy was Patricia. Very simple. We just took pictures. We talked. Very, very simple. Are you following me? Now, what I'm trying to say is that don't be too materialistic. People spend much more money buying things. There are sometimes that even the iPhone 13, you might not even need it. You might not even need it. iPhone 13 is good, right? It's very good. I love iPhone. You understand? I'm using 11 and then I'm using 7 because I love iPhone. But as of that time, what I was using was iPad. As of the time I bought my first car, I was using iPad that I bought 12K, 15K. In the university days, the place I stayed was a family house. What I was paying was 70,000 naira till I graduated. I had money to actually go to a lodge of 250,000 naira and then furnish the lodge. As of that time, I think in my 200 level, 300 level, I started my first offline business. That was a salon business. I invested close to like 1.8 in that business. So people were talking, my friends were talking. They were saying, this guy, they like, do this thing, do that. But then I said, there's basically no need of doing those things. Are you following me? I stayed there till I graduate because I was actually controlling. I want you to understand that before you get into wealth, you need to be in charge of your financial life. Don't allow things move you around. There are people that if 1 million naira enter into their account now, all those things that I said, okay, if 1 million enter, I will do this one. They will not do it. You see them, they begin to buy unnecessary things they don't need. That is how you can now go from that 100K back to 1,000 naira. I'm trying to be very fast. I just have a few minutes to go. I have 10 minutes to go. So 3 mindsets I spoke about, negative mindset I spoke about is having consumer mindset, entitlement mindset, and then being too materialistic. Then the fourth one is yourself. Are we following? Yourself. You can stop yourself from achieving your financial goals. Are we following? You can stop yourself from achieving your financial goals. What I mean by yourself is appetite, pleasure that does not equal to your cash flow. That does not equal to your cash flow. Are you following me? Does not equal to your cash flow. So you need to actually reduce your appetite at this level you are. Are you following me? You need to actually reduce your pleasure at this level you are. You get? You don't do all these things to impress people. There are actually people that don't really care. They don't really care. You just need to give yourself time and trust the process. In the next 5 years, in the next 6 years, you begin to see this result. And you see how far. You understand? So you yourself can actually stop yourself from achieving your financial goals. So these are things you need to overcome. Then before I go to ways you can achieve your financial goals. Now let me talk about a little bit about financial freedom. I want you to financial freedom. So what I said there is financial freedom is about you taking ownership of your finances. Are we following? Financial freedom is about you taking ownership of your finances, you having a dependable cash flow that allows you to live the life you want. Financial freedom is very, very possible. In fact, it's God's will for us to be financially free. Are you following? Because when you are financially free, you will have liberty. You have good control of a lot of things in your life. Are you following me? When you're financially free, you have control. You actually live the kind of lifestyle you want. Are you following me? So when I was actually, I think around that 2017, 2016, one of the things I did to actually help my mind was because, one of the things I actually did to help my mind was exposure. Your mindset, one of the reasons why you are not thinking the way you're supposed to think is because the level of exposure that you have not actually reached. You need to actually expose your mind to a lot of things. Meet people. Are you following me? Build relationship. Talk to people. So when I began to study a lot, I actually saw that you can retire at the age of 16 self. Retirement, I was thinking that before retirement is all the civil servants, kind of pattern. When you reach the level 16, then automatically you will not retire. That's not retire. In fact, if you notice, these are our parents that are doing civil servant. After civil servant, what happened to them? They still go back to business, right? Like your parents that were civil servant. After that, they still go back to business. It's not true. They still open a shop or start something. So imagine you now starting it now. Starting a business. It does not mean that you just be fully control of the business. You can just start it. And then with time, even if you are doing any job or anything at all, there was something that he said during Valentine's Day. He said something about purpose. You understand? Having purpose. You understanding your purpose. Because a lot of people do things that they don't have passion for. Are you following me? So you can be financially free at 16. There was a girl on YouTube that was financially free at 16. Do you know Mr. Beast? Do you know Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast that normally give cash. The guy here is 22 years old. Mr. Beast is wealthy. There are a lot of guys that at 18 years, the kind of house properties they have is mind-blowing. Very mind-blowing. So there was this girl in YouTube. She normally do YouTube. And then she retired. She said that she have retired. And so what you mean to what it actually means for you to retire is not doing any work. Any work. That means that there are crazy investments she has that can actually sustain her and her family and her generation to any time any of them begin to misbehave. Are you following me? So you can be financially free. It's very, very important. It's very, very possible for you to be financially free at any age. So ways to overcome your financial goals. Ways to overcome your financial goals. All right, your financial goals needs to be smart. Your financial goals needs to be smart. Please don't miss tonight's section, because tonight I'll be talking about how to start business. I will show you step to step on how you can start a business. And then another section I'll be talking about CPA marketing, where I will show you how internet marketing works and things that you are doing that you don't know that you are making money for someone. And then during my section on Saturday, my practical section, I will show you how you can make $100 to $200 in a month. Are you following? So all your financial goals needs to be smart. What I mean by smart is, number one, specific. S means specific. The M there means measurable. S means specific. The M means measurable. The A means achievable. The R means relevant. And then the T means time bound. Are you following? So what I mean by specific is that you need to clearly identify and define how you want your financial life to be. What I mean by clearly identify is, this month of February, how much did you say that you're going to make this month? And were you able to actually put in place some side hustles, put in place some business, put in place some cash flow on how you'll be able to make that? Every month you should have a target you should make. Every month you should say, okay, this month now I'm making nothing less than 1 million naira. And then you identify and then make things very defined. Are you following me? Be specific. Be very, very specific. There are people that they are not specific on any amount they want to make. They say this month, anyhow, as it go be, as it be, now God is sustain man. Yes, it's God that is sustaining man, but but you need to actually be in charge. Are you following me? You need to actually be in charge of your financial life. So you need to clearly define and then identify them. Are you following? Then the second one is measurable. What I mean by measurable is you need to keep track of your schedule and your achievement. Okay, January has passed. How much did I make? How much did I make January? Okay, what I made January was 7 million. Okay, this 7 million. What and what? You need to actually, like, if there's one, I have all my bank statements monthly in my phone, in my PDF. I download them monthly because I can actually see from my OP. I can actually see how much I spend on recharge card. There are many people that don't even know how much they spend on data. Someone here is spending like 15K on data monthly basis. It's because they are not actually measuring this thing. So I download my bank statement every month. If February reach 29 now, I will download one of February from 1st to 29. I will check it and then say, okay, sapanize one. And then I continue. Are you following me? So that by March, I will not make some mistakes. Are you following me? So you need to actually keep track of your financial life. Then the third one is achievable. Achievable. You need to set reasonable financial goals and objective. Reasonable financial goals and an objective. You have not made 10 million naira last year, and then this year you are now putting I will make 100 million naira. Are you following me? Are you following me? Now I'm not trying to say that there's what they call speed that is very possible for you to make it, but you need to put goals that are achievable. You need to work with things that you know that with this side hustle, this business, this is how much I should be able to actually make. You need to actually put achievable objective. So don't just work out of your emotions. You understand? Don't just write things out of your emotions. Okay, this year I'm making nothing less than 400 million naira. You have never made 1 million naira before in a year. It's now 400 million naira. You need to put achievable goals. You have to understand that entrepreneurship is about process. You understand? And there's progression.
I don't know if you understand. From 1 million naira, you move to 5 million naira. From 5 million naira, you move to 10 million naira. That is how you begin to move. And from one landed property, you move to one landed property. And I want you to also invest very well in landed property. Are you following me? Invest very well in things that can stay long. All this iPhone, all these things, most times, it's not that relevant because new things keep on coming out. New things keep on coming out. So what I mean is that your goals needs to be achievable. You need to put reasonable objective. Don't just come and put this month of March or not. Put achievable goal. If what you made last month was 100K, at least this that is coming, at least you can just put 110. Are you can put 110 or 120. There's nothing. You are the only one that is seeing your plan. Are you following? You're the only one that is seeing you're not sharing it with me. Yeah, I don't know if you understand. You're not sharing it with your pastor. You're not sharing it. You're the only one that is seeing your plan, or maybe your mentor. You understand? So put achievable goals. Don't come and be deceiving yourself. Are you following? And then the fourth one, let like objective that and address to the project. Are you following? There was something that they actually taught us during that retreat. That it took time to actually explain vision, right? It took time to explain vision. Now, what I'm relevant is you need to actually make sure that all your financial goals, all your objectives is going to a particular project. Are you following? It's going towards your vision. Are you following? Okay. What I mean by that is your plan. All right. So what I mean is that your main project this year is by November or by December, I should be able to open a plaza, right? It's a vision, right? It's a project, right? Then it's a very, very relevant vision. So what you are supposed to do is you are now saving towards it. Are you following? You are now saving towards it. So every month you can be saving 20,000 naira, or maybe the entire. Let me check time. Okay, I just have 5 minutes. What I mean is that maybe the entire project is going to cost you like 500K for you to start up that business. You can start saving. So you need to actually work on something that is very, very relevant. So all your financial goals should actually have a vision. There's something that you are pursuing. Are you following? If you are saving and you are only saving just to save, you will die a poor man. You don't save just to save. You save to invest. There should be a reason why you are saving. There's a vision why you should save. Are you following? Like me now, I'm saving for a project I want to start March. Very massive project that's going to cost me about 80 million naira. I've started for it long time ago. Are you following? So I'm not just saving because I just want to open my account and then I'm seeing 20 million. No, I'm saving because of that particular project. Are we following? So it has to be very, very relevant. Your financial goal must be smart. And then the fourth one is relevant. Then the last one is time bound. Are you following? Everything in life should have a timeline and completion. Are you following? Even within 5. Hallelujah. Even within 5, we have a calendar, right? A calendar that talks about, okay, let me say, this where transfer is February, right? We have a OVC coming March. Even school has a calendar, right? There has a time for completion of a particular project. Even Nigeria government, federal government have a budget, right? And they have time of holidays, right? Everything everything in life really have time and completion. That is how your financial goals should actually have a specific timeline. A specific timeline. Are you following? So what I mean by a specific timeline is you should actually have things that, okay, at this first quarter of the year, these are things I want to achieve. Are you following? Don't just be working. If you have a deadline, it will help you to actually work faster. Are you following? It will help you to actually have something in your mind that, see, I'm actually working with this time. So you'll be very, very effective with your actions. But when you don't have a timeline for your completion, when you don't have any time at all, maybe you just say this year, it's like a salon, I'll just open a salon this year. And there's no time. That this year can enter next year. Are you following? But when you give yourself a time, and then you tell yourself, this project is supposed to be completed by June, and you are working towards everything that's going to make the project to be completed by June. I don't know if you understand. You have given yourself a time, and then you begin to work towards it. Are we following? So your financial goals needs to be very, very smart. Your financial goals needs to be very, very smart. So things I said is it needs to be specific, it needs to be measurable, it needs to be achievable, it needs to be relevant, and then time bound. Hallelujah. All right. So let me take questions. I think I just spoke for 38 minutes. So let me take questions for this remaining 4 minutes, and then I'm done. All right. Any questions regarding to all this night? Say, please, tonight I'll be talking about business. I'll be talking about step to step on how to start a business. And then tomorrow morning, I'll be sharing with you about CPA marketing. And then do my practical section, I will share to you about things you need to know about marketing, and then how you can make $100 to $200 a month. So I don't know if you have any question based on these financial goals, things I've shared. Any question? All right, sir.
Praise the Lord. No, sir. So you talked about greed. So I don't know. I want to ask.
Okay.
When I was talking with my cousin, he was like, people that do online business, they have, like, they make 50% profit margin. Like, will you call that greed, or
They make more. People that
50% profit margin?
profit margin.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So will you classify that as greed?
It depends on the risk management. You understand? If that 50%, if the guy, let me say, if the risk is safe, then it's fine. If the risk is safe, then it's fine. I don't know if you guys get. If the risk is safe, it's fine. All right. So I don't know. Any other question? Any other question? All right, no other question. All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir. Thank you, my pastors. Thank you, Daddy.